Can you see my slide?
Yes, can see the slide, but the volume needs to increase a bit.
Can you hear me?
Yes, okay, the volume is okay.
Okay, good morning to Dr. Lau and my classmate. Today I will cover module 5 in chapter 3, industrial methanol synthesis and application. For the background information, there are two major applications of methanol, which is a chemical industry used as a solvent or as intermediate, and for the second one is energy sector. So in figure sequence 1.3 is methanol as a base chemical is used as feedstock to produce acetic acid, formaldehyde, methyl terbutyl ether, and also dimethyl ether. So methanol synthesis was the second large-scale process involving catalysis at high pressure and temperature. The same team that developed the ammonia synthesis process also developed a commercial process for methanol production based on syngas. So this is the main reaction for the formation of methanol from syngas. The formation of methanol is a reversible exothermic reaction. Of heat is released to its surrounding, and both of these reactions is slightly exothermic. So for synthesis gas for methanol production, most syngas for methanol production is produced by steam reforming for natural gas, and syngas for methanol production has 2H2 per CO ratio of about 2 mol per mole. A small amount of carbon dioxide is about 5% increases the catalyst activity. A H2 per CO ratio lower than 2 mol per mole lead to increased byproduct, which is higher alcohol. A higher ratio results in a less efficient plant due to the excess hydrogen present in the syngas, which has to be purged. The composition of syngas depends on the feedstock used. When naphtha is the raw material, the stoichiometry is approximately right. And when methane is used, hydrogen is in excess. In practice, either the excess hydrogen is burned as fuel or the content of the carbon oxide in syngas is increased. So this can be done by one of two methods. For the first method is when available, CO2 addition to the process is a simple and effective way to balance the hydrogen and carbon oxide content of the syngas. CO2 addition is done by injecting it either in the former feed stream or in a syngas is achieved. Or in the raw syngas. In both cases, the stoichiometry ratio for methanol synthesis is achieved, although the composition will be somewhat different. And for the second method, installing an oxygen-fired secondary reformer downstream of the steam reformer or using only autothermal reforming. In the latter case, the syngas is too rich in carbon dioxide, H2 per CO, approximately 1.7 to 1.8 mol per mole. So, adjustment of the gas is required. This can be done by removing carbon dioxide by recovering hydrogen from the synthesis loop, torch gas, and recycling it to the reactor feed. So for the first industrial plant is based on the catalyst fairly resistant to impurities, very active nor selective. To achieve a reasonable conversion to methanol, plants operate at higher pressure. Heard of the process for reactor with a recirculation loops having similar principle as in ammonia synthesis. So all the methanol processes still use this principle. Crude methanol is distilled to separate methanol from water and impurities. Conversion per pass is low, which is facilitated good temperature control, and special reactor design are required. Quench reactor and cool multibular reactor is commonly applied. And then high operating pressure is about circa 300 bars of the classical methanol process result in high investment cost and high finished compression cost. In addition, large amount of byproduct are formed due to the low selectivity of the catalyst. These byproducts include ether, hydrogen, and high alcohol. A major breakthrough came in late 1960 with the development of the low-pressure processes using the more active and selective catalysts. So all modern processes are low-pressure processes with plant capacities ranging from 150 to 6,000 T per D, although plant using remote natural gas may have a capacity as large as 10,000 T per D. The plant is differ mainly in reactor design, in the way the heat of reaction is removed. So this is simplified for flow scheme, high pressure methanol process. In the ICI process, an adiabatic reactor is used as single catalyst bed. Reaction is quenched by adding cold reactant gas at a different height in the catalyst bed. Temperature in the bed has a sawtooth profile. So this is a flow scheme of the ICI low pressure methanol process. Fresh syngas is compressed and mixed with recycled gas, and the mixture is heated with reactor influence. And then subsequently, about 40% of the stream sent to the reactor after undergoing supplementary preheating by reactor influence. So the rest is used as quench gas. Reactor influence is cooled by heat exchange with the feed, then by passage through an air-cooled exchanger in which the methanol and water are condensed. So water is required for high pressure steam generation, and gas or liquid separation is carried out in the vessel under pressure. Gas is recycled after purging a small part to keep the level of inert, which is in the loop within limit. Crude methanol is purified to column, and for the first column is remove gases and other light impurities, and for the second column is separate methanol from heavy alcohol and water. Okay, this is a schematic of Luggi reactor for the methanol production. In the figure 6.18, the Luggi process is very similar to the ICI process except the reactor type. In the Luggi process, a cool tubular is used, and then catalytic particle is located in the tube and cooling rate by boiler feeds water. The Luggi reactor is nearly isothermal. Heat of reaction is directly used for generation. High pressure steam is about 40 bar, which is used to drive compressor and subsequently distillation steam. So in figure 6.19 is flow scheme of the reaction section of the aldotopsol methanol process. In this process, several adiabatic reactors are used, arranged in series. Intermediate cooler remove the heat reaction. The syngas flow radially through the catalyst bed, which in reduced pressure drop compared to the axial flow. Crude methanol purification is similar to other processes. The choice of methanol process design depends on various factors, such as type of feedstock, required capacity, energy situation, and also local situation. So that's all for my part.
Have you finished? Just finished, yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I was aware to get some posts from postman. Finished, yeah? Right. So here, in order to produce methanol, you need syngas, kan?
Yes.
The syngas in the beginning, you seem to mention a lot of about syngas. So I guess there is some requirement for that syngas. Can you explain a little bit, very short, what is the main requirement for that syngas, and how do we achieve that?
What's that?
The requirement for the syngas, and how do we achieve that requirement?
Briefly. So, most is produced by steam reforming of natural gas.
Okay, so the main requirement is
This hydrogen and oxide. Right.
what is the composition of syngas? What is in there?
Hydrogen and carbon dioxide.
Okay, so the syngas for this production, we want it to be at 2 mole per mole. So 2 hydrogen and 2 carbon monoxide. So how do we achieve that? Then The list.
This one, sir.
Another one, next one. Number 8, I think. Eight. Number 7 then.
Okay.
So how do we achieve it?
Using
Achieve it.
using the using two addition to balance the hydrogen and carbon dioxide content of gas. One is installing an oxygen fire secondary reformer, treatment of steam reformer, or using only primary reformer.
So this one will achieve your ratio at 2. Okay. So the inside of so many others also. Which one do you think is the best?
So process.
Why?
Because it ensures high conversion, better rate pass, and higher catalysis, and for the
Yeah. There are also inside of so based on what criteria that you choose the reactor. To choose the method of process. So what of this crop is there? Two types. One is from you can see that from natural gas.
yes, natural gas, biogas.
Biogas atau biogas. Another system is liquid. What's the name of that liquid?
don't know, sir.
The answer is naphtha. Naphtha is like hydrocarbon. So naphtha also can produce syngas. Actually, from previous particular naphtha you can produce syngas. Natural gas also can produce syngas. But if you use naphtha, inside got many things else. So you need extra. So the energy situation is, I think it's energy situation. All situation has something related with. I think it's like something like politics. For example, if you are in Malaysia, your consideration will be different than if you are in Middle East. If you are in US, then your consideration may be different also, because it depends on whether you can get the naphtha or not. For example, if Malaysia sendiri ada natural gas, so we use natural gas lah. If Malaysia don't have natural gas, but we somehow can get petroleum that can produce naphtha, so we use naphtha. So it's availability of the feedstock.
Okay, sir.